Welcome to Junior Achievement's Virtual Business Leaders Hall of Fame. My name is Nadia Ramirez and I am a 5th grader at Sedge Garden Elementary School.
Good evening. My name is Julie Dumond and I am an 8th grader at Northern Guilford Middle School. Nadia and I will be your host. Thank you for joining us. COVID really put a kink in our plans this year, but it also made us focus on what is important: the future of kids like us.
To get us started tonight, I would like to introduce you to Jim Donnelly.
Thank you, Nadia and Julia. One of the highlights for us each year is to be able to showcase a few of the awesome students we get the chance to work with. I really miss being in the classroom with you. I'm Jim Donnelly. It's my pleasure currently to serve as the chair of the board for Junior Achievement of the Triad. On behalf of the board and the staff of Junior Achievement, I would like to extend my welcome to each of you to our 2021 Business Hall of Fame event. As we get started, I would first like to recognize and thank our President and CEO, Jacqueline McCracken, and her staff for making this evening possible. Their commitment and dedication and persistence during this hard and uncertain time is an inspiration to all of us on the board. Our community has a vision. We want the Piedmont Triad to be a dynamic and prosperous region where talent and innovation drive sustainable economic growth. Junior Achievement is helping create the future workforce that is so vital to our region's success in the global economy. To ensure education and workforce development efforts fulfill the future needs of our employers, Junior Achievement is leveraging our expertise in collaboration with local schools and business partners. We're delivering K-8 programs that align with industry needs. We're building awareness of the diverse career opportunities in the Triad. And we're focusing on entrepreneurship to expand the region's culture of innovation. In alignment with the growth strategy for the region, JA's focus is on reaching 50,000 kindergarten through 8th grade students annually by the year 2023. For 40 years, Junior Achievement has been recognizing business and community leaders across North Carolina who have distinguished themselves through their leadership, service, and integrity. Here in the Piedmont Triad, we annually recognize leaders who have shaped the economic landscape of our region and demonstrated their commitment to bettering the community as a whole. We are gathering tonight to honor 2 leaders who have distinguished themselves in so many ways: Don Flo and Bobby Long. Both are well known, not just in our region, but across the state and nation for their success and contributions. We are excited to honor these 2 individuals who are great role models of the positive impact that business leaders can have on the entire community. As we move into the main part of our event this evening, I would like to propose a virtual toast to them. Please join me in raising a glass. Don and Bobby, thank you for being accomplished leaders in and for this community. With your passion and drive to succeed and to serve, you have shaped our region very much for the better. You are both outstanding role models to the 25,000 young people that Junior Achievement currently serves. And your example is motivation for them to believe in their potential to achieve success for themselves, for their families, and their communities. Tonight, we celebrate you and your continued dedication and commitment to excellence. It's an inspiration to all of us. To Don and Bobby.
Esteemed guest, your participation in tonight's event is important for helping Junior Achievement fulfill its role to meet the community vision. You can make your impact by donating at any time during the event. Simply text the word on your screen to the number provided to make your investment.
Now we want to play a special message for you.
The world is full of lines. There are lines that are helpful, convenient, and even necessary. But then there are those lines that people can't or won't see. They are the lines that divide. These lines are based on color, on gender, on belief, on language, and even on love. These lines may be drawn on purpose or unintentionally and without much regard. Sometimes these lines have been there for generations, apparent to those they seek to separate, and invisible to others. But just because not everyone sees these lines doesn't mean they don't exist. At Junior Achievement, we see them, and we know things need to change. That's why we are empowering the next generation with lessons in how money works, how education leads to career success, and how to start and run a business. We are committed to giving young people the knowledge and support necessary to erase these lines and bridge gaps, overcome barriers, and break through ceilings. We are doing this so that today's kids can live in a more equitable and just tomorrow. But we can't do it alone.
Tonight we'll be honoring 2 inspirational role models, but before we do that, we will hear from some special guest speakers.
And we're excited to include some trivia questions to test your JA knowledge. Here's our first question. You have 90 seconds to answer. You can submit your answer in the live chat. What percentage of JA alumni say JA empowered them to believe in themselves?
For those of you who answered 80%, you are correct. Now let us hear from Junior Achievement's CEO, Jacqueline, on why empowering kids like me to believe in themselves is so important.
Thank you, Nadia and Julia. You're right. It is critical to act now because the optimal time to teach life concepts is when learners are younger. Although school looks a bit different this year, JA is still committed to educating K through 8th grade students about preparing for jobs of the future, developing the skills to achieve financial independence, and cultivating an entrepreneurial mindset. With digital programs and virtual volunteer opportunities, we're meeting students, educators, and volunteers where they are. With more than 100,000 kindergarten through 8th grade public school students in our immediate service area, the success of the plan Jim shared will require the community's collective commitment. Our goal is to double Junior Achievement's reach by 2023, from annually impacting 25,000 students to 50,000 students. Achieving this goal will require expanding our volunteer base by 1,000 community members and securing an additional $500,000 in sustainable community investments annually. With your help, together we can continue to make a positive impact on the future of students like Nadia and Julia. To tell us more about the importance of volunteering with JA, I'd like you to hear from a friend and community leader in the Triad. Take it away, Donald.
Thank you, Jacqueline. My name is Donald Wyatt, and I'm the principal of East Forsyth Middle School in Kernersville and a Junior Achievement Board member. I am thrilled to be with you all this evening. Leaning into JA's mission during the COVID pandemic is what makes JA successful. JA continues to inspire students to explore future career options through the virtual learning programs. This unique opportunity allows students to engage with the community role models in a virtual setting. Through interactions with accomplished community members, students begin to understand that they too can achieve success. Here is a quick glimpse of how virtual learning and volunteering with Junior Achievement works.
School may have changed, but the need hasn't. While you may not be able to volunteer for Junior Achievement in the traditional sense, your time and experience are still needed to inspire and prepare young people to succeed. The best part is, you can do it virtually. How does it work? we can connect you with students using technology you already have and are comfortable with. Just tell your story and share your experience with young people. Even though this is a remote opportunity, JA is committed to ensuring your success. JA will provide you with the training to be a great volunteer, connection to an educator and classroom who needs you, content to share with students, support to make sure it all goes smoothly. What do you do next? Like most things virtual, it all starts with a click.
JA's virtual volunteer-led programs assist students in better understanding the connections between their strengths and interests, educational options, and skills that are needed in the shifting world of work. By learning how money, careers, and business ownership work, children are building the competence that lead to lifelong confidence. I truly believe in the impact junior achievement is making on the lives of kids in the Triad, and that is why I volunteer. I challenge you to join us and become a JA volunteer role model. You can sign up to be a JA role model by visiting www.triad.org and clicking Get Involved.
Thank you for being a JA volunteer. Get ready because we have another trivia question for you. You have 90 seconds to answer. You could submit your answer in the live chat. What percentage of JA alumni have started or owned a business?
For those of you who answered 53%, you were correct. Now we have a special message for you from our friend Eric.
Hi, my name is Eric and I am an 8th grade student. I have participated in JA every year for the past 3 years. Without junior achievement, I would have not learned about the basics of owning a business and managing money. JA has exposed me to different careers and shown me what steps to take to choose my perfect career. I have the tools to build a successful future, and there are more students like me that need your help. By texting the word on your screen to the number provided, you will inspire and prepare other kids in our community. Your investment in JA directly benefits students like me. Thank you for believing in me. Now back to you, Nadia and Julia.
Thank you, Eric, for sharing how junior achievement is preparing you for life. It's time for another trivia question. You have 90 seconds to answer. You can submit your answer in the live chat. What percentage of JA alumni reported being confident in managing money?
If you said 90%, you are correct. Now it is the time you have been waiting for, the opportunity to honor 2 role models in this community. For the past 41 years, the Hall of Fame has recognized inspirational role models for their impact on the Triad.
These role models are inventors, entrepreneurs, CEOs, nonprofit leaders, and small business owners who share a commitment to excellence and a passion and drive to achieve. Let us meet our first honoree.
One word that I would use to describe Bobby Long is aspirational. And I would also couple that with authentic. And those combinations of attributes for Bobby make him a really special leader. He's always inspiring you, nudging you, complimenting you, helping you get to the next place, stretching you.
I think Bobby's influence on people is greater than maybe his influence in our region. Both are high, but for me personally, he embodies what it looks like to be selfless, to be other person focused. You know, when you're with Bobby and talking with Bobby, to get anything out of him about him is rare because he's always so genuinely interested in what is going on with you, how he can help you.
Bobby's an extraordinary role model for all people, but particularly for young people. First, his character of genuineness and authenticity and honesty. And secondly, his confidence, prepared, knows his stuff. And thirdly, his commitment. He's all in. Bobby is someone you can count on.
He's consistent. He doesn't try to be one thing to one person and one thing to another. And I think as kids are growing up, trying to figure out who they are, what their identity is, to be able to look to an adult who is comfortable in his own skin, not trying to impress anybody, but find kind of value and worth based on something other than people's opinion is pretty darn important these days. And I think for those reasons, he's a great role model.
He's helping on an individual level, helping people all the time, whether it's of his time, his money, or his confidence. He's helping at the regional level, whether helping bring jobs here, helping create a world-class golf championship to bring entertainment to the region and bring us together. And he's an inspiration to many of us, including myself, as we do our work and try to make this place all that it can be.
He has a huge heart for our region, and he has a huge heart and might be the biggest fan of North Carolina A&T in the city. And the way he promotes A&T as the greatest asset of the Triad nationally, among tech companies in particular, is pretty incredible, and I can't wait to see what comes from that.
Bobby is huge into education, not only with the incredible colleges and universities that spread from basically Wake Forest over to Elon, down to High Point, and UNCG, and A&T, and all the great universities and colleges that we have here in the region. But also, he sees the importance of, elementary school and high school and getting kids prepared for their next steps.
So Bobby, thank you for what you have done, but more importantly, thank you for what you're going to do in the years to come to make all of us in this region that we live in all that it can be. Thank you.
Bobby, congratulations. You absolutely deserve this award, and the whole city, the whole region celebrates all that you've been able to do to help us out. The number of kids, families, and communities who do not even know you that you have been able to help is awe-inspiring.
Bobby, congratulations on this wonderful honor from Junior Achievement of the Triad. A great organization, honoring a great man, a great entrepreneur. But thank you for all you do for not only the Wyndham Championship, but for so many charities and so many people here in our region.
Well, first of all, it's an honor for me to be even in the same room with Don Flo. He and I have been pals for a long time, and he's certainly done marvelous things throughout his career, not only from a business perspective, but also a social perspective in making our region better. When I think about this, and I certainly appreciate Junior Achievement honoring me in this way, but when I think about it, I think about all the people that helped me from an early age, and basically they gave me tidbits of advice. The first is reach for a goal that is seemingly unattainable. The second is surround yourself with positive yet realistic people, because at the end of the day, you must have a can-do attitude to achieve anything. The third is be kind regardless of circumstance, meaning that treat defenseless people well. Treat them as part of your family. The fourth is always give the benefit of the doubt, because while you'll be occasionally deceived, it's so preferable to living in a state of constant suspicion. The next one is, even in the face of failure, remember blessings come in the weirdest packages. The next one is, there are no excuses. You can achieve regardless of your circumstances coming into the starting line on whatever it is. But always focus on trying to do something that helps people, because your passion will know no shortage of energy. And finally, just enjoy it. Thank you so much for honoring me with this award. the things that we're doing now in the region, where business leaders have come together around specific initiatives post-COVID, are just, we're seizing some opportunities that were not here before. And we think that not only is this a great region, but we can make it that much better. And so stay tuned in the next couple of months, and I think that you will really smile with what we have going on. And our invitation to you is jump in. We need your help, and we can make this a defining period for our region. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Bobby. Thank you for your commitment to the Triad. Now let us meet our second honoree.
Hello everyone, I'm Alan Joins, Mayor of the City of Winston-Salem, and it's my distinct and true honor to add my congrats on his selection and induction into the Junior Achievement Hall of Fame. I can't think of another person who is more deserving of this award. Don is the consummate entrepreneur and business advocate, being an extraordinarily successful businessman, leading his own company, the Flow Companies, to great heights. But more importantly, in my work with Don, is his community stewardship. He has served, for instance, as the chairman of the board of the Winston-Salem Alliance for decades, and has led that organization to work towards the betterment of Winston-Salem, improving the economic vitality and creating jobs in our community. He's taken on other challenges, such as the Whitaker Park Development Authority, which he single-handedly raised about $13 million over a weekend as we were working with R.J. Reynolds and getting them to donate that property to this nonprofit development organization, which in the long run will result in the revitalization of that 1.7 million square feet of space at Whitaker Park. He's a strong supporter of many other community endeavors. For instance, back in the spring, in March, April timeframe, when the COVID-19 pandemic was just hitting our community so hard, we couldn't find masks. He led an initiative called Mask Winston-Salem, where we actually put together 390,000 masks that were distributed throughout the city of Winston-Salem, with 65,000 of those going free of charge to individuals who are less fortunate than we are. And Don's got a huge heart in that regard, wanting to do the best for all parts of our community and make sure we're not forgetting anyone in our city. So Don, congratulations to you. Very, very well deserved, and I'm proud to know you. Thank you so much.
Greetings. I'm Nathan Hatch, President of Wake Forest University in Winston-Salem. It is indeed an honor to share some brief words about my friend and colleague, Don Flo. When my wife Julie and I moved to Winston-Salem more than 15 years ago, Don and his wife Robin were among the first people to befriend us. Since then, we have worked together at Wake Forest, where Don chaired the board for a time, and we have served together on the board of Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center. We've also partnered on a number of community initiatives, and we have attended church together, and we have become dear friends. When I think of Don, I think of the word faithful. He has invested his life and work into our community, eager and enthusiastic to strengthen our city. For decades, he has offered the Triad the best of himself. His passion is the common good for this place, Winston-Salem, the broader Triad, and the well-being of our state. And to those ends, he has invested himself, his wisdom, influence, organizational skills, and financial resources. Don has found success because he has a very good business mind. He seeks out opportunities and stretches his imagination to create innovative solutions. More than his professionalism and expertise, he is a friend to many and to this city and region. Don is invested in the success of the Triad, and he has sowed his talents throughout this community. He is one of our area's greatest advocates and has been a constant and steady source of inspiration, pushing us to continue to become better. Don doesn't settle, but strives to meet the challenges of the day with compassion, empathy, understanding, and a wonderful sense of humor. As you know, the purpose of Junior Achievement is to inspire young people to succeed, a mission which aligns beautifully with how Don carries himself and operates his businesses. You can see that in how he spends his time and energy. In his business ventures, he has been principled, honest, and entrepreneurial. At Wake Forest, he has been a phenomenal champion for students, believing in their boundless potential. In collaboration with many others in Winston-Salem, he has developed innovative solutions to complex situations, displaying his value in partnership and collaboration. As a leader, he is honest, fair, and compassionate, showing his integrity and strength of character. In short, Don personifies many of the core values that characterize Junior Achievement. As a son of this community, Don goes out of his way to recognize the many here, teachers, coaches, mentors, pastors, that inspired him, gave him sound advice, channeled his energies, and provided role models. His expression of deep gratitude for those who are influential in his formation, he always goes out of his way to do that. Above all, Don is a stellar role model for young people. He is a genuine person. He shares who he is with everyone and welcomes people for who they are. He is a genuine servant leader who cares more about others than he does about himself. He wants to see and help others to succeed. Don has used the very best of his talents to lift up those around him. And what I value most is Don's true and treasured friendship. The Triad has been the benefactor of Don Flo's influence. He has been one of the best uniters in this area. He likes to find a problem and then work to solve it. Whether that is rebuilding downtown Winston-Salem, masking the city, or investing in racial equity and opportunity. In doing that, he intentionally brings people together who can offer various perspectives, contribute creative ideas, offer their talents, and work side by side to accomplish what no one can do by themselves. Don, congratulations on this great honor. I know of no one who deserves it more. You have worked hard to build a flourishing business. You have worked tirelessly to strengthen our city. You have devoted your time to serving Wake Forest, and you have offered me true friendship. You have inspired many through your efforts and examples, and you have my deep admiration and gratitude. Congratulations.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight. I wish I was there with you physically, but I'm looking forward to that time when we all might be able to gather together again. I'd like to express my deep appreciation to Junior Achievement for this very profound and grateful recognition that you're giving me this evening. I know that this is something that many folks that I deeply admire in this community have been recognized with, and I am humbled to be included among the list of folks who've been recognized over the years. I'd like to begin my remarks by expressing my appreciation to the people who matter the most to me in my life, and that's my family. That begins with my parents and my brother and sister, who along the way have been a great encouragement to me, and to my wife of 42 years, Robin, and my children, Heather, Eric, and Kristen, and their spouses and their families, who've been a great encouragement to me. I have the privilege of working now with my son, Eric, and it's a great joy to me to have been part of this company as well. My father was my mentor along the way when I was younger, and everything I have in life in many ways is a reflection of the things he taught me and the opportunities he gave me along the way. I'm also a product of friends and encouragement of mentors along the way in this community. Many of them are probably listening this evening. I can't say thank you enough for all that you've done for me in my life. You've opened the door for me in many ways. You've encouraged me. You've given me direction and feedback when I needed it. And I'm deeply grateful for your friendship along the way with this. I've also had the chance to work with an incredible group of people in our company. You know, I've almost 1,800 people who work together every day to help us fulfill our mission in our company. And I want you to know for everyone how deeply grateful for those who may be listening tonight, for what you've done for us, for the way you've been part of what we've been able to create. We have this saying in our company, there are no little people and there is no ordinary work. Everybody makes a difference. And who we are today is a reflection of the commitment that's been given over the years by many, many people in our company. Now tonight I have the privilege of expressing a few words about entrepreneurship and a few things I've learned along the way. And so if you might listen for a couple minutes, I'd like to take us down a little path of some things that maybe could be helpful for younger entrepreneurs in this community. So first, all great entrepreneurs I've known have really been inspired or motivated by one or two things. First, they see a problem they'd like to solve. And that problem really bothers them, and they think about, if we could only fix that problem, something would be better. Or secondly, they imagine something new that's never actually existed before. But both of those actually take an act of imagination. For the first step in entrepreneurship is always an act of imagination. Then you've got to have the courage to actually act on that imagination. And then you got to go act. So 3 steps. You have the imagination, you have to have the courage to act on it, then you actually have to go do it along the way. Now, my experience is that all great entrepreneurs, first and foremost, think about what they're trying to do. They don't think about themselves. So in order to make any advice at all, I would say, if it's about yourself, you won't be successful. If it's about trying to create something of value in the world, it will be successful because people will come to that. And so in our mind, we think about you need to inspire before you require. That's kind of the standard process. Inspire others to join you in this bigger vision of what you're trying to do, and then you can kind of push towards what you actually have to go do. But first you need to inspire the people to what you need to go do in this world. I also would say that it's very important as a young entrepreneur to recognize that you need to make sure you understand the difference between running out of gas in a car and running out of fuel in the plane. There are 2 pretty big differences to that. So running out of gas in the car is a little bit embarrassing. Sometimes, you know, your family kind of looks at you and says, you know, what happened? What'd you do wrong here? But you know what? You learn from that mistake and you get on with things. Now, when you run out of fuel on a plane, you don't really get a second chance on that. And so entrepreneurs, they need to make sure they recognize the difference. You will run out of gas in your car a lot, I promise you. You'll learn from your mistakes, you'll pivot, you'll change, you'll keep growing. You need to be careful about running out of fuel on a plane. You don't get a second chance on that, but don't get paralyzed ever about running out of gas in the car. Because the more you learn, the sharper and better you'll get. And you'll continue to grow and improve at all that you do. So take those risks associated with that, plan them, and move ahead along the way. Now, what have I learned about leadership along the way? I would say that it's captured inside of a phrase that we've developed we call SERVE. Each of the letters stands for something. So S stands for show respect. And that means that we show respect to everybody we interact with, regardless of their station in life, regardless of the position, and frankly, regardless how good they are at their job, because they're human beings. They deserve to be shown full respect and dignity for who they are as people along the way. That's different from saying you have to earn my respect. It says just because you're a person, you deserve my respect. And then E stands for earn trust. Trust, though, has to be earned in life, and we have to be trustworthy people to be trusted. So trustworthy people do several things. First, they keep their promises, always, regardless of the cost to them. Secondly, they're transparent. They don't hide things along the way. And thirdly, they never advantage themselves to the disadvantage of the other person. To be a trustworthy leader means that's who you are along the way. So next, R stands for reach for perfection. And that means that you need to always be reaching for that goal, that vision that you want to get. Don't ever lower your sights. Don't ever try to do less than you think you possibly can do. And you should be stretching all the time along the way. V stands for value input. You need to be collaborating and working with other people all the time. Be a person who is open to and listening all the time for feedback and direction, because you want to be learning all the time. Invite everyone into the process before you make a decision. And lastly, E stands for energize others. The fact of the matter is, leaders must be in the business of energizing others towards that bigger vision. You can't be tired, you can't be unenthusiastic. In your organization, no one will be more enthusiastic, no one will be more committed than you are. You've got to set that standard for what that looks like. So that's what I've learned about leadership along the way. I've learned it from watching great leaders. I've learned it from grappling with it in my own life along the way. I'm excited for you young entrepreneurs as you begin this journey in your own life. I can't wait someday to see what you've created, what problems you've solved, what new things you've created in this community and beyond to help change and impact the world in a better way. So thank you very much, Junior Achievement, for this award. I'm deeply honored and I'm very grateful to be recognized for this. I will continue to do everything I can to live up to the standards of the people who've come before me, and I'll try to set a standard for future leaders as well for what it means to make a positive contribution in our communities through business. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Don. Thank you for all you do to inspire students to pursue their dreams and work towards a better future.
We have truly enjoyed spending time with you this evening. Your investment makes a difference, and not just for us, but for the future of our community. You are inspiring our tomorrows. Thank you and good night.
Thank you, Junior Triad.